And what that really means is, and message me if this freaks you out in any way, okay? Non-sentience or seraphim angels. And I didn't know those terms, but this is what I do want to tell you, Jessica. When I died in 2017, and I went with God, and in my astral body, and I was like a tea bag in a mug of tea, like, in the tea's God, and what God looked like, whatever, was like blazing golden rays, and I'm just floating in this, and we're having this, you know, non-speaking, just intimate and sweeping exchange, right? And I mean, I remember this whole thing like it was yesterday. And I remember thinking, like, damn, you don't feel like love. Like, I thought that to God. I was like, you don't feel like love. Like, I was like, you do feel like love, but it's like not like human love. And when I like came to, that was one of the hugest things that stuck with me. Like, this God is love crap. I'm like, but damn, he did, like, no. And I was like, well, what is that? What is that? And on my own, this is before I had my teacher, I was like, what is that? What is that feeling that he felt like? If I know it wouldn't be love that I'd attribute to God most of all, which sounds so weird. First of all, what would the feeling be? And it occurred to me that, to me, God felt like freedom more than anything else. Like, if I had to put an earth word, like a hi, my name is, like, it was like a name tag, you know? If I had to like stick one of those on God, my name tag for God would be capital F, freedom. It would not be love. And I was like, well, why? Everyone says God's love. What the hell is that? What is that? And I realized it hit me. And then I felt like a dumbass, but I was like, oh my God, of course. God's not just sentient. He's everything. Like capital E. And we're all capital O1. He's not just sentient. He's the full freaking spectrum of everything, meaning God is sentient and non-sentient. And I was like, mind blown. Yes, that's why, to me, I would never say, oh yeah, God felt like love more than anything else. F that, dude. Earth love is like string cheese, man. It is so complex. It means so many different things to so many different people. It is so often, even if subtly, kind of goes along with some kind of exchange. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of goes along with the thought that I was like, I literally thought to God, I thought, God, I could have just murdered 10 people. These are the things I'm thinking with him. And now that said, it's not like he even laughed. That's my point. Like, God just is. I was held in this impossible to describe love that was too pure to call love. Like, and again, it's like the full spectrum of everything. And what I find is that most everyone I work with carries an extreme. Like me, they either have serious Elohim and seraphim, which can seriously give a girl a little wonder about schizophrenia at times, looking back. They are such different energies, such different ways of thinking and perceiving and feeling and reacting. But actually, one client I was working with today, I was like geeking out because I was like, oh my God, your thing is not Elohim and Seraphim. It is simply yin and yang, fire and water. But it was the same thing. So I get it, Jessica. You look like an angel, blah, blah, blah. And I get it. You got a lot of angel in you. But you have also got some of the most brilliant logic. Like some of the most, like I'm talking galactic-wide wisdom accessible to you, if I didn't freak you out too much. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. Let's see. Okay, Jill and Morgan not asking questions, which I love you guys so much. And Anne-Marie, thank you so much for asking. That was really kind of you. Thank you, Paula. Well, damn, Paula, I hope you watched the first take, because then you'll know I had really good news. Stacy had asked, oh, damn, Stacy, you on here yet? Lacey and Pearl, yay, you found me. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Corinna. Stacy. Oh, awesome, Morgan. Thank you. Did Stacy? Okay, so Stacy was like, is this the only planet where beings... Oh, you are. Okay, I really don't have the energy, so I've not been able to post this, so I'm gonna read it to you. Are we the only planet where beings have to sleep? And no. This is just from like my astral travels and my visions, but let me say this first. Earth is an exceptional place. Like the depth and the breadth. And if you're game and you're willing, the speed of the learning and expansion here is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And as we all know, this is a school of navigation via opposites, via duality, via the pendulum swings of human emotion, right? So in that regard, it is such an exceptional place. And again, I mean, you guys know, I mean, how the heck do I know? But from what I've seen, and I like to look at this stuff, I've heard some people say, like, there's no other place like Earth. And I don't agree, you know, because, and I think that's because I believe that there are like universes within universes. Do you know what I'm saying? That not like there's a ton, but I'm just saying, like, I in no way believe our Earth in this time space to be the only one. My concept of spiraling or universes, it's hard to explain into words, but like, to me, I'm like, well, I don't even think we're the only Earth. You know what I'm saying? But sleep, no, and not just the different Earths. No, we're not the only planet with life on it that needs rest or whatever. And dreams, look, man, I know a couple reasons for dreams. You know I'm expert on nothing. A couple reasons, though, is oftentimes you're not dreaming. Oftentimes you're working. Oftentimes you are astrally performing service. There's a term for it. I know this one author, I think, like calls it like a dream helper. But all I'm saying is oftentimes it's not a dream at all. Especially if you're someone like me who like, I mean, I have remembered my dreams since I was tiny. I've joked since I was a little girl, like I'm exhausted when I wake up because I've been in an arcade game all night. You know, if you've been lucid dreaming since you're a toddler, you're old hat at assisting others during dream time. But so there's one, you're being of service oftentimes. Two, you're restoring yourself and being with your guides. Three, you're straight up just exploring and having fun. Four, you're allowing your subconscious to alert you to matters needing attending to, aka nightmares or anxiety dreams or whatever it is. You know, there are so many functions. I'm sure there's a bazillion more, but I want to read this out loud real quick to Stacy because I'm like, I'm too tired to make a big post. So Stacy had written about activating DNA. So glad you're here. And my friend Brent is going to actually make a video, and I'm going to I don't know where he is on that actually. But anyway, where are you, Brent? So he said, ooh, oh God, we talk too much. Oh my God, sorry, I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling. Come on, man. She'd asked about how do you activate your DNA, and he had kind of kept it like a little. He went a little bit deep, but oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize him. Oh my God. Okay, finally here. Okay, so ready, guys? And he actually did this on the phone with me, this first part, this cellular activation, which would be step one. And it is this easy. And you know why I know? Not because like he told me like, oh, good job, Susan, I can tell you did it. No. I know I did it because my whole body was like, legit, guys. Okay. Okay, he wrote a lot. Okay, so he said, okay, cellular activation is actually very easy. Your cells want communication and direction. Your DNA has about 3% that controls how the cells are made. The rest is the instruction manual for that 3%. Okay, okay. To activate the cells, you simply need to meditate. Get ready. It's super hard. And tell them hello. And you need to believe, but I'm like, again, with this group, I'm like, that ain't gonna be hard. But you need to believe you can communicate with them innately. You will know if you did it right if you feel chills on all parts of your body. And I forgot he wrote that part, actually, because I don't know why, but whatever. Anyway, I forgot that until I read that because it had been a while. And then he said okay, he's like, once you start communicating with your cells, like you can ask them. There's this term, he calls it you thing where you can, like, first of all, he encourages you every day for you to thank your cells. And with me, what I started doing is thanking them, and thank you for reaching out to my immune system. And thank you, body, and thank you, immune system, and thank you for beginning to harmonize. I love you all. I love you all. I'm so grateful we all are one. Thank you. Thank you to each and every one of my cells. You know, and guys, quick tip, okay? We did a couple things together, me and him on the phone, and this one like mantra thing I started saying to my cells, I was like, yeah. I was like, that didn't work. And I have a video literally on YouTube called The Problem with Pollyanna, where I'm like, a lot of the problem with the law of attraction is that people want to go from like -10 to 100. When, yeah, you can do that, but like there's not a bone in your body that believes you. And so it was so funny with him because I was like, Brent, rewind, let's toss that away. And he started laughing. I was like, not a one single part of my body believed that shit. And so I was like, reel that back. And I was like, okay, let's try this. And I was like, body and all my cells, thank you for reaching out to my immune system, period. Because I was going in all this shit. And afterwards, I was like, it was like that moment, like Bueller. I was like, oh my God. But when I said that, when I said, thank you for reaching out to my immune system, it was like the fireworks thing all over again. You know what I'm saying? And then he also said, you can do this thing called you thing, where you ask your DNA to like bring back like the DNA, that potent viral DNA of your childhood. But again, don't get too caught up on it, okay? First, just begin the hello, literally. And you'll know that you got the hello good and going when your body blows up. And then you're good, man. And then you just simply use your intuition going forward. Always using that body blow up as your means of knowing, yep, that was good, that was good. That's all. And he's going to go into it deeper. And I was like, all right, dude, because he's like a freaking wizard. And I was like, I'm like, can you just make the first video like about how you got me to say hello? I'm like, we got to break this down into like a series. So anyway, okay, so let me look at these comments real quick, and then I gotta go because it's almost 5:30, and I promised my kitties. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Beth. What the F, Stacy? What? Stacy just said I told her I've healed myself of 2 autoimmune diseases. Dude, you gotta come sleep in my bed for a minute. What is happening? What? You gotta message me, woman. What? Then why were you asking? Why in the heck, Stacey LeClaire, were you asking me about that? If you have already healed yourself of 2 autoimmune diseases, what the heck was I gonna tell you that you had not already intuitively crushed it? Oh my God, that is the funniest comment. I freaking so love that you asked me that question. Even though you're a freaking master already. Oh God, I love that. I'm serious. Like, I relate to that. And like Morgan does too. Like, I will ask question after question. I will drill down like a diamond-tipped Hersheimer freaking drill that gets to the core of the earth with my questions, and I will still not be satisfied. If I had any energy, I'd be laughing my ass off right now. Scleroderma. Okay, and Hashimoto's thyroid. What? Question, did you use mantras like I was saying? Okay, and then I have a channeling for us, and then we got to close. So this is super weird. I'm not doing cards today because they gave me the channeling before I started. And I don't know who they are, but I was like, okay, weird. So here is probably a collection of all our guides, right? Here is their question, or like, what is it like? Their food for thought for the week, okay? They're channeling. So, really, this is not, so they started out the gate with, this is kind of hardcore, but you know, are you living for people pleasing, or are you living as a master to create? I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Because first of all, I never thought of people pleasing and creating as opposites. But when they said that, I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, duh, whoa. And then they were like, now, as with many of you, you'll likely find there's a little of both. Now, if you press a little further, if you look a little deeper, you'll notice more patterns still. Maybe in certain circumstances, you're more one way, or with certain people, you're more the other way. But our goal, okay, as your oversouls, thank you, because I could not tell who, I'm like, it was just like a single, like one of those monsters with one eye. It was just like, I was just like about sitting down, like, and it was just like, boom, and I was like, oh, okay. So, but our goal as your oversouls is to get that often gingerly balanced scale to look like this. And we'll assume that you know which we desire to have be the heavier one. Living as a master, as a creator, we wish that side of the scale to weigh to the ground and break through the asphalt. And this frittering, useless, mental. And when they say mental, they mean like mentally looping, mentally rutting, people pleasing. We wish to see this grow so light it floats uselessly away. Because that is its true nature. It is useless. People pleasing. In earth speak, a condition so common amongst empaths, as you call them, is a condition of guilt, of self-doubt, of anxiety to the point of fear, and of straight up not branching out because you'd prefer to play small and keep safe. And we say, why on earth are you in a body at all if your goal and your aim is not to live as a master and create? Major goosebumps. Yeah. One more PS. They're not unaware of what this can come with. They knew I was afraid I could have lost my relationship with my dad when I told him what I was planning on doing. But I did not tell him until I had gone through an entire course of business school and outlined a plan, which if anyone knows me getting through an entire business course is as laughable as like Pee Wee Herman. I mean, that's like, so basically what I'm saying is there is a way to proceed with both prudence and grace and good timing. Even if you know you will be making waves, there are ways to prepare and anticipate those reactions and minimize the shock of them. Does that make sense, Divining Women? There is always a way to proceed. If your heart's in the right place, where you are fired by grace and inspired to adhere to a certain kind of courtesy, so you're not making shock waves for the sake of making shock waves. Do not live in fetters, but rather take your time, do your research, learn what you must, investigate thoroughly, take whatever measures you must so that you are not creating shock waves just for shock waves' sake. But beyond that, have fun. You will not offend, not a single heavenly one. Beyond that, cast down everything you think you know. Shatter it. Put it together again as its own mosaic and make Humpty Dumpty again. That is why you're here. To unabashedly put yourself out there as only you can, and thereby grant another permission to do just the same. But first, you must get your bold on. You must get your vision on. That may take time, prayer, meditation. Hell, it may take 5 minutes and a box of crayons. Who are we to say? We don't care if it's your vocation or something you do on Saturdays, but get your bold on before it's too late. Before you can't walk too well, you're too old, you have too many grandkids, you've got to help. Before some circumstance seems immovable, and it never will be, but it may seem that way. And if you're not already a body in bold motion, you might believe it. And that's why we say, make haste. Get your bold on and get moving. Flip your own car off the tracks and get started. We wait with bated breath and infinite love and inspiration in our hearts. God bless. Boom, done. I gotta go. I'm only 9 minutes late. I love you guys. Please subscribe to YouTube. Please join me on Patreon. I love you guys so much, and we will talk very, very soon. Okay.